this is Jennifer. I just wanted to do a very quick project share. I didn't even set up my tripod or clean my desk. I just was doing the last finishing touch on a project and thought I'd videotape it really quickly before I forget. This is for a Scrap the World swap. It is the Rolodex Memorydex swap. And it is to be 3x4 card, which is the typical, this is a Memorydex card, typical Memorydex size, 3 high by 4. This is a Heidi swap actual one, so I just mimicked this one. And I took I also used this punch. I took the French Riviera paper from Prima and made a 3x4 card, rounded the corners, and used the punch. I then inked the outside with the Dusty Concord Distress Stain because for some odd reason I don't have a purple distress ink, which I have no clue why that is. So I'm making an order this evening because I'm out of stickles and I'll be getting one of those now. And I also used the vintage photo. And this distress stain worked okay. It's kind of hard to control, and it comes on a little heavy, which was okay for the outline, but you know, if I was trying to ink more, I wanted to do these in purple, but obviously that would just be a disaster. So I just did the vintage photo. These are chipboard elements, and the reason I say this is because I made them myself. I printed them on super heavy cardstock, and then doubled it up, and adhered them. I then added stickles to add some interest, if you will. This is it's not really burlap, it's more like a jute type fabric. I don't know. It's really cool. You know how burlap is that rough hair? This does not do that. So I added that, and then I used, these are crystal stickers, and for some odd reason, I have no clue who they're by, and I cut a chunk out. They were in my stash. I don't even remember cutting the piece out, but I guess I did. They're this, and I used all the small ones that were here. I don't know why they're missing. I must have given some to someone, but I don't know who they're by either because that part is cut off. Anyway, so that I used those. I also was lucky and got some Cane Company trim. It's Tim Coffee. Just Tim Coffee adhesive borders. This now says Tim Coffee travel adhesive borders. So, I mean, maybe that's the exact name. Oh yeah, it is. If anyone's looking for it, I just got it. I think I already said I use stickles. And then I also have these little seashell bling in my stash, which I use. And I adhered everything with Best Glue Ever Crafters Pick the Ultimate. It holds embellishments down so they don't come up. The other thing we had to do was on the back we had to answer 4 questions. And I'm totally doing this video with my family around, which I normally don't do, so excuse the background noise. Our YouTube channel, which I put my Etsy because my name is different on there. And then the style you like, which is vintage or shabby chic. A $5 item you would like to receive as a gift, which I just put chipboard stickers because that is something I'm trying to build, because I'm making more mini albums as opposed to junk journals. And then my niece is calling for my husband. And then where I'm from is Colorado. So the other thing we had to do, we also had to put a sentiment, which I put Make a Splash because that was the simplest beach type sentiment I could find. The rest were like really long and sappy or about love or, you know, didn't think that was good for a swap. So anyway, that's those. I do have to still adhere the charms. So I got these charms from Amazon, and I thought they'd at least have duplicates, but there's literally 30 charms and none are the same. They're similar, so everyone will get a different charm. I tried to put a garment pin and it just didn't work. So I think I'm just going to put an eyelet and hang it down so it'll dangle. Worst case, I'll put a tab on it and have it dangle, but I didn't really want to copy. We also had to include a $1 to $1.50 item or something from our stash. So I decided to do the flatback pearls, and what I did was I made a Memorydex envelope. So this is paper is this? This is It's a beach paper. It's the Neapolitan collection, but I don't remember who it's by. And I just thought it was beachy. I'll probably have everybody slightly different, or 3 and 3, something like that. Because I only made 2 just to test it out to see if it would work. And so, and this is just a Stampin' Up! Punch, and you open it, and it has a card inside with the pearls. I'm also going to include, I have a ton of the Heidi Swap Memorydex cards. I'm just going to include some of those as well. They don't fit in the envelopes, and I made my own envelopes because I only had a few of the Heidi Swap envelopes, but I mean, they're the exact, I just traced them. They're the exact size. So I'm just going to include these as well in the thing, and I might include a thing of washi because I have some really thin, cool ones. If it'll fit. If not, I'll just add it in the bag. But so that is my swap. I hope everybody likes it. This is my very first Memorydex Rolodex altered card, so I'm super excited. So anyways, have a good day. Bye.